Just then they were saved from that awkward moment by another awkward moment, dressed in this year's pink and the new black.
You ask him, I
A
can't.
group of
You
giggling
talk.
fourth-year
You ask him,
girls
no,
had
no,
opened
I
the door
can't
to
do
their
that.
compartment.
Hi, Harry. I'm Romilda. Romilda Vane. Romilda Michelle Lovelyn Bonham Posh Karenina Vane of the Paddington-upon-Bearshire Vanes. I'm sure you've heard of me. Anyway, we have plenty of room in our carriage if you're interested. I'm sure you'll find it a lot more attractive and popular than this one.
No thanks. I'd rather sit with my friends,
said Harry defensively. Romilda eyed Luna, who was admiring her hands like a THC enthusiast through her spectospecs, and then over at Neville Longbottom, who was searching under the seat for Trevor, his rear end projecting outward and doing his surname justice. A moment of understanding flashed across her features.
Right! You and your friends have a good trip. We can bring you crayons and construction paper later if you like.
And with that, they left.
Isn't it sweet the way he coddles the special needs wizards?
He's so selfless.
That was rather rude, the way she just assumed.
Did I hear something about crayons?
Oh, I do love drawing experts.
Yeah. So, what did you guys get on your owls?
Harry asked, changing the subject. The topic changed successfully, and Harry was able to allow his mind to drift to the what-ifs of Neville. According to the prophecy, it could just as easily have been Neville that Voldemort could have chosen and thus turned into his enemy. Neville could be sitting here where Harry was with a lightning-shaped scar on his forehead, and Harry could be the one with living parents, tortured into catatonic states by Death Eaters. Then again, their situations really didn't seem that much better. Would Neville have survived the Avada Kedavra curse? Would he have been able to figure out things faster than Harry? Would Voldemort have defeated him over the past 6 years unlike Harry? Or, when dark forces took over, would Neville have become the badass leader of a gang of students hiding in Hogwarts, sticking it to the Dark Wizard Man? Who can know for certain? Certainly not those who've read The Deathly Hallows.
Harry, are you all right? You look a bit imperious.
What? Oh, sorry.
My spectrospecs say your thetans seem out of sorts.
What's a thetan?
It's the individualized expression of the cosmic source. If you build up too many engrams, you'll never approach your true identity.
Oh.
Luna was always saying silly, utterly unbelievable things. Ron entered the carriage.
Hey guys, you know Malfoy's acting a bit odd.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll just put on my invisibility cloak and follow him around a bit.
Sorry, mate. Slughorn wants to see you and Neville in compartment C.
But Malfoy! The cloak! Stalking! Oh.
Harry relented and tucked his cloak away somewhere. I'll say his invisible knapsack. He and Neville set off in search of carriage C. On the way, people stared at Harry as if trying to sear his image into their retinas or explode his head with their thoughts. All except for Cho Chan, who avoided Harry, looking away uncertain, like that lady you met at a costume party, who took you home because you were dressed as Spike from Buffy, but once you wash the white out of your hair and put your glasses back on, suddenly she doesn't know you, and your nasally attempts at a British accent don't work for her anymore. What's up with that, man? They arrived at carriage C. It was a modest-sized compartment, the center of which was taken up by a large kiddie pool. Professor Slug Bobug sloshed around within it. Scrunched around the pool were some students Harry and Neville recognized, and Ginny, who gave them an embarrassed wave of greeting.
"Oh, Harry Potter's here,"
Professor Slugfugly sloshed.
"Now we can begin our game."
Game, sir?
"Yes, it's time for Wow the Walrus. It's a simple task. Just enjoy a nice meal and keep my interest piqued and you'll gain favor. If you bore me, you'll be ejected from the carriage. Now let's meet our first contestant, Marcus Belby."
Oh, hello.
"Care for a fish?"
he asked, passing around a large platter piled high with uncooked fish, one or two of which still flopped around a bit.
Oh, certainly.
Marcus took the fish nervously and tried to figure out how best to approach that first parasite-rich bite.
"Now tell me, Belby, how is your Order of Merlin winning Uncle Damocles?"
Oh, he's all right, I guess. We don't talk to him much.
"Such a pity. I'm afraid you're out of the game."
Oh, so do I need to leave?
"I believe you recall that earlier. I said ejected."
He reached up to a pull chain, and with a tug, a panel in the ceiling above Marcus opened, and his seat shot out into the blue afternoon sky, taking him with it.
Next contestant, Cormac McLagan. I recall seeing a picture of you and your uncle Tiberius hunting snipes.
Oh, yes. We were out with Scrimgeour, of course. A bit of a lark, that, Rufus. Just us and some of Tibbs' club friends. Barty Wooster, Gussie Finknottle, Vivian Smith. Jolly fun. We got terribly lost, and Finknottle died of dehydration before we remembered how to operate home.
Such a shame to lose a member of the leisure class. Well played. Blaze a beanie. I understand that your mother is hot enough to melt the rubber in one's undertrousers.
That's what they tell me.
Here Zabini punctuated his statement by trying to replicate the Zoolander blue steel pose.
Well done. Full marks. Next up, Neville Longbottom. Your parents were Aurors, weren't they?
Yes, sir.
I understand that they were tortured into insanity by Bellatrix Lestrange. How's that working out for you?
Not that great.
A pregnant, awkward pause. A large flipper began to reach for the next pull chain.
I mean, I was at the ministry when the Death Eaters attacked.
Aha! Very interesting. You may stay, but I'll have to make you a waiter in the movie.
All right.
Now, Harry Potter, the best of all, the boy who lived, the chosen one, they say.
Zabini chuckled.
Oh, right.
Broke in Ginny.
When was the last time you chased away a Death Eater that wasn't climbing out of your mother's window?
Oh, dear me. Watch out for that one, Sabini. She has the cutting wit of the harp seal. Here, my dear, have an oyster that I tricked into following me down to the beach. This reminds me of several stories involving famous and influential people I know.
The next few hours were spent listening to Professor Slugglewuggle's long-winded tales of wizards he'd taught and incorporated into his junior Illuminati.
Dear me, it's getting dark. I was getting to initiate you all into the new Slug Club, but there won't be enough time now to drown a hobo together and dispose of the body. Oh, how I go on. Off with you all.
The students left, Harry, Neville, and Ginny walking together.
Whew, I'm glad that's over. I was afraid it was going to eat me a couple of times there.
How did you end up in there, Ginny?
Oh, well, remember Zachariah Smith from the DA meetings? That squirrely fellow from Hufflepuff? Well, he kept on and on asking about what happened at the ministry that I had no choice but to hex him.
You hexed him?
Yeah, well, not so much hexed as pantsed. I took his pants. They will go on my trophy wall beside the pants I've rightfully claimed from other chodes. Professor Slugtrail saw me do it. He thought it a jolly laugh and invited me to that knobby circle jerk back there.
Wait a minute! Circle jerk! The Slytherin cabin! Zabini's going back there now! I may be able to get in and spy on Draco! Oh, I can feel the sweet, sweet stalking rush right now! I'll see you guys later!